Everyone, hope you're doing well. Just another shout out. If you're looking for time to talk, I do have office hours Tuesday and Thursday, 11 to noon. So if you have questions, I'm happy to chat with you at any point in time, but I'm open at that time. So feel free to reach out. I'm happy to meet one-on-one, face-to-face via Zoom. So as we navigate, of course, into week 7, we're going to have another very, very interesting topic that we are talking about, and that is the continuation, of course, of APA formatting. So this is a different kind of take on APA. It's a little bit less complicated than the first part of module or week 6 because we're not going to have as much material in here, but I want you to really concentrate on a few things. One, of course, the lecture. Make sure you take a look at APA 7, the changes in APA 7 in that lecture. There's often some confusion because there's a lot of documents out on the web that highlight APA style 6, and it changed a few years ago to 7, so there's differences. So I'm going to open the paper and do a little bit of review, but you need to make sure that you watch both of these videos in order to understand APA style 7 to make sure that's what we're submitting in our paper that's due in the coming weeks. So let me open that and I'll be right back with you. So really interesting concepts in regards to this paper, right? You have a title page and all that kind of great stuff with information based on the material that's due. An abstract's not in this paper, but I like to have an abstract in my papers. I think it's great practice for you guys. The top of the paper is where this gray line is. You're just going to have a page number. I also recommend that you put not a running head, but just the title of the page on the top left-hand side. It's not required, but it's something that I look for because it's going to help you in the near future. This is a student paper, so that's why it's a little bit different than a research paper looks. But the majority is going to be the same. So your headings, of course, are going to be bolded. That's going to be the title of your paper right here. I'm not sure if you can see me click that, but as you can tell from the paper, it's in double-spaced formatting, Times New Roman font, and there's in-text citations based on the material where the information was found. So a lot of great information in here. Another thing that I want to highlight too, you're going to see some of the level headings in here, which is going to be really effective for you guys when you're writing your paper, because there's going to be different levels, I would assume, in the subject that you're writing about. So let's navigate down to references. It's a long paper, so apologies for the time here. So the reference section is pretty great. It really helps you in regards to understanding, what how to place your references. And we talked about this when you're reviewing in Google Scholar. You can actually cite from Google Scholar. So there's a little reference button on Google Scholar that will help cite your references. In the PMI library, it's the same way. There is a reference section so you can reference an APA. So be sure to take that and use it to your advantage. I think it's very helpful for students in order to make sure that their references are correct. I don't really require the URL in references. I do want you to try to find the DOI. So this is a DOI right here, the latter part of that sentence. So make sure to take a look at that. But this is just a great tool. Study this week since we don't have as much to review. I think that's really going to be helpful for you in order to find success in your paper. Again, make sure you watch the videos. Take a look at the Purdue OWL website and go over APA Style 7, some of the 7th edition guidelines. They're important to know. You do have homework for Chapter 15. It's APA and MLA documentation and formatting. It has MLA in there because that's one of the chapters that we reviewed in Chapter 15. I'm sorry. That's something in the chapter that we reviewed. So Chapter 15 does have MLA, and that's why you're testing on it. Make sure also to document your discussion board post for your thoughts about APA documentation and formatting. You can exclude MLA. If you want to talk about MLA, that's fine, but mainly talk about APA. If you have any questions, again, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm happy to help in any way. I look forward to hearing your thoughts about this easier module, jumping into APA so we wrap our brains around what's due for our paper coming up. Thanks so much.